Moshpit, Metal Nation Radio. I'm talking to Keroin from Approaching Dawn. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not bad. Are you home in Chicago at the moment?
Yes, I am. I am. We basically are out of the epicenter between Milwaukee and Chicago. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which has a great metal scene, and Chicago, Illinois. We're right in the middle.
The Windy City.
Yes.
Right. You guys have been around for what? Almost 4 years now?
Correct. The inception was about late 2010, early 2011.
So has it always been the same five guys from 3 years ago?
Yeah, that is correct.
Cool. So who would you say are the main influences for Approaching Dawn? Is there one big influence, or does all the members bring their own individual influences?
Yeah, I'd say the latter. I mean, my musicians are influenced by, a lot of different bands, and I tend to lean more towards vocalists. So it's kind of a nice mix of what we got going,
Yeah. Approaching Dawn, the name, that was just purely AD.
Yeah, I think we wanted to use AD in the times we live in, Anno Domini, and I think Approaching Dawn is pretty thought-provoking as far as the new beginning, things like that.
So, song ideas. How does a song idea start for Approaching Dawn? Is it a lyric? Is it a riff? Do you do it first? Does everyone in the band have an input into the song process?
Well, Rick, our lead guitar, he is he's just a mad genius when it comes to writing. He's probably he's got song after song after song that he throws to us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what he ends up doing is shit, give me 1 second, my man. What he ends up doing is just putting a lot of it together, and we end up keying off of him. Steve, he brings what he's got to the table, and it's a nice they both work together real well on that.
So lyrically, do you...
A lot of time is spent bouncing ideas off each other and stuff like that.
What happens if somebody comes up with a real shit idea? How do you sort that one out?
It gets bypassed.
Yeah, fuck that, ignore it.
Yes.
So lyrically, Keroin, do you have any lyrics inputs into the songs, or do you just let Rick do it all?
No, me and Rick have co-written lyrically a few songs off of Evolution of Reality, which came out in 2012. There's some bits and pieces on there of me and him working together, but usually I write all the lyrics. And some things I've had written for a few years.
Yeah.
There's a song called Syndrome off Evolution of Reality. I actually had that song written a while ago, a long time ago, and it was finally nice to have that see the light of day and put down to what I think is one of the best songs on the album. It's called Syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, I take it you are inspired lyrically by all the shit in the world at the moment?
Yeah, a lot of the roots of what I do lyrically is a lot of destruction, a lot of death, a lot of things like that, but with always a glimmer of hope, and you run those things parallel, and it makes for some meaningful stuff.
We definitely need fucking hope in this world, I'll tell you. Right, so your album, as you said, it's been out since 2012, Evolution of Reality. Any new stuff coming up on the horizon?
Yes, we're going to release a 5-song EP titled Adversity around Halloween. We are currently finishing up in the studio now, and we're going to have that released. We're going to have that streaming parallel with the website, approachingdawn.com. That's going to be released on Halloween along with the 5-song EP. We're going to be playing a few shows before that, and we might just have those in hand ready to deliver.
Cool. Any plans to get over to this side of the pond, like the Europe, London, all that sort of area?
Well, that's definitely a goal. We've been talking to some folks over there and seeing what we can, come up with to get over there. What we do right now is we do regional, okay, and we do basically Indianapolis, Indiana, we do St. Louis, we do Milwaukee, we do Chicago, and we kind of are are, for the most part right now, regional.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've played with bands like Hell Yeah. We've played with bands like Lamb of God, August Burns Red, Gojira, The Faceless, bands like that. When they come through, we get on those bills. And a lot of times we're invited. People want us on those bills and whatnot.
Well, that's an honor, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. I know when we opened up for Hell Yeah, Vinnie Paul and Chad, I know they watched our show. They loved every minute of it. And we stayed for their show, and about 4 or 5 songs into it, there's Chad. He was kind of quiet. He goes, "Let's make some fucking noise for Approaching Dawn."
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty badass, you know.
Oh, that's good. That is good. Right, you mentioned the 5-track EP that's coming out Halloween. What will fans expect differently from this EP than they got on Evolution of Reality? Anything different?
Well, I think the way we're going to is more in your face. I think Evolution of Reality was, as logical and brutal as it was, it had a little sprinkle of finesse. And I think this, the second album that we're coming out with and this EP, I think it's going to just be more in your face, a little more destructive, a little more, a little more punchy, a little more brutal, a little more heavy. I guess those are some adjectives that can describe it. But yeah, more in your face, lyrically and musically.
Can't wait to hear it. So
I can't wait to get you a copy.
So hopefully you will get over to my neck of the woods maybe early 2015. That's the plan, hopefully, and we'll try and make it happen, shall we? Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Let's try and make this happen. Let's get Approaching Dawn massive. Because I tell you what, your material goes down well, and Camilla, who has been plugging you with us, Camilla, who does a punch chick, her name is, she just loves you, and she's rightly so, because she's got everyone here on Metal Nation Radio totally hooked on your stuff. Yeah,
you know what? It's an honor. It's an honor, and it's pretty mind-blowing. A half a world away to have the support from you guys, and from her, it's just amazing. And I know, as far as on behalf of Approaching Dawn, it is an honor.
Okay, mate. Well,
sincerely,
we can't wait to hear the new stuff, and hopefully see you live sometime next year. Kieran, thanks for talking to us. Before you go, give us a United We Rock.
United We Rock!